Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got some good news from Bulgaria, and it seems like people who love their nation fantastically. They decided to protest against the NATO bases on their nation's territory, and they want the government out. Why? Possibly because the government is belonging to some other interest and not to the Bulgarian nation. I just got a gut feeling. I have no evidence to support that. Now, let me show you this little article coming from Reuters. And it is from yesterday, Friday. Bulgarian nationalists protest against NATO bases, want government out. Now, nationalist, by definition, is the love of one's nation. Doesn't imply hating anybody? No, it implies loving your nation more than any other nation. Like I love my family more than any other family, which makes me a familist. Okay, now, people who act crazy in the name of certain ideas, then they should be individually judged. Like, for instance, we're not going to call, I'm a Christian, therefore I don't know, the Inquisition is on my children. You know what I mean? And not only, the Crusades I'm guilty of them. I'm not guilty of the Inquisition. And because some people acted in a certain way, in the name of something, it doesn't mean that the ideology is crazy. So the same with nationalists or patriots. Patriot is the love of the padre, the fatherland. So let's move on. I thought I need to say that. Unfortunately, if I have to say these kind of things, I feel like I have to say, it's just we live in those times where telling the truth is a revolutionary act, it seems like. Sophia means intelligence, wisdom, in wisdom in Greek. Beautiful. Bulgarian police on Thursday scuffled with supporters of the ultra-nationalist Resignation revival party, protesting against the policies of the pro-Western government, calling for the government to resign and for the closure of NATO military bases. I think the government should not be pro-Western government or against Western government. I think the government should be pro-nation, pro-people, pro-Bulgarians. And then it could have some tendency to adhere to certain kind of principles or have some sympathies. But it shouldn't be pro-Western or pro-Russia or no, it should be pro-Bulgarian people. That's my feeling about it. And that should be true for any other nation. Hundreds of protesters opposing the EU members' support for Ukraine in its war with Russia gathered in front of the parliament building, waving Bulgarian and Russian national flags, blowing whistles and demanding an early election in the country, which has gone through 5 polls in the past 2 years. The Bulgarian national anthem, I recommend it 100%. For me, or to me, that sounds the best. Well, if it's sang right, including the Russian one. Those two are the ones that, to me, express something with passion and strength. Anyway, let's move on. So listen to the Bulgarian national anthem. Fantastic. Many shouted resignation while fully equipped riot police protected the government buildings, including the defense ministry, at which some protesters threw eggs. Well, that's good. Could have been grenades. Bulgaria, which has sent arms to Ukraine, lifted its ban on Ukrainian grains last week. So that's why they're pro-Western and not pro-Bulgarians. Instead of looking at their farmers' interest, they look at other people's orders. Bulgarians, and I'm quoting, Bulgarians do not want to participate in the war between Russia and Ukraine. We want to be a neutral country. Well, Zelensky, that genius, said, you are either with us or against us. Well, who gives a fuck what you want? Anyway, said Nelly Tilekova, 60, a businesswoman. She said the Bulgarians opposed sending arms to Ukraine, which incites the war further. Now, some protesters carried placards reading, quote-unquote, American bases out. Bulgaria is a zone of peace. Those days are gone, my friends. You will be used. Al Capone comes for your favors now. Yes, the same for the Romanian. So get ready. Military age man should start doing push-ups, pull-ups, and punch some bags, do some running, and carry heavy stuff for the near future. And I'm quoting, the last instruction that came from the masters of Bulgaria from the US, those guys ain't idiots. Not that I thought they were, is for Bulgaria to make a new military base. Konstantin Kostadinov, the leader of the revival, told the crowd, NATO out, end quote. So, my friends, what's this? Separately on Thursday, Bulgaria expelled, so they escalate the garbage. Thursday, Bulgaria expelled 1 Russian and 2 Belarusian nationalists and barred them from entering Bulgaria in the next 5 years by order of the State Agency for National Security, SANS, local media reported. So that is freedom for you, European Western style, Capone style, right there. You know what? It's so much in front of us. If we decide to ignore it, then we're gonna get taken as idiots, and we are already, because they tell us to go and vote. Go and vote and decide. Yeah, go and vote and decide. What exactly? I tell you what you decide. You decide supporting a system, a certain kind of system that ain't working for you and I. It gives us the mirage that, yes, I have a say. Do you think that with your stupid $25 campaign donation have a say? You gotta be fucking kidding me. And I don't know, Lockheed Martin or Goldman Sachs, they have the same say as you. So idiotic. They claim, they put these words, I don't think he said it. How's that? They verified, they checked it. And I don't think it was Mark Twain who said it. You find him as Mark Twain. Supposedly he said, anyway, that if the elections will be, as they say, free and fair, do you think they would let us vote? Something like that. It was attributed to him, but then they said Samuel Clemens was his name. Mark Twain was his pen name. Yeah, the one with Tom Sawyers and so on. So, yeah, do you think so? No, man. Things are so important, more important than we think. That's why they have those idiots over there, so they can manipulate them. And we put up with that. I mean, can you believe? Look at the last, I don't know, I don't even know, maybe 1930, by Delano Roosevelt, the second Roosevelt, right? Starting from there on, you kind of had weasels. Well, maybe with the exception of Eisenhower, let's say. Who else? Maybe Nixon a little bit here and there. I don't know. The rest are in between. I don't want to say anything about Reagan. I'm not familiar with. He's hailed by this guy, hated by the other guy. I don't know. I can tell. But I can tell you Clinton, Obama, Bush the second, not the first one. But they were liars. I mean, remember when he said, Bush the first, read my lips, no taxes or something? They should have been out the next day. Do that at the job, at your work, and say, I'm going to do this project. And the next day you lie. You'll be fucking fired. He's not. Anyway, he wasn't. He just served, one term. Too much, anyway, already. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Bulgarians, good job. Good job being active, and don't let these guys think that you are asleep. Like Romanians, for instance. Do not allow yourselves to. And I'm glad you show that. Even if you don't let's say you don't change anything, you're incapable of, but at least they know you are there, and other people hear you, and other people see you, that you are there. Like, for instance, with thing that I'm doing right here. Sometimes people tell me that, how should I put it? I do more than I think I do, but nevertheless, those guys over there don't really care about me. But at least I am for you and for others. Spread the word. Without me, you would have idiots from CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and those idiots. But with me and others like me, you have someone else who's going to tell you, hey, wait a second, why don't you look at this issue from this angle? And like, oh, yeah, okay, there are people who think like me, and there are people who see things or add to the narrative. That's what you need to be, my friends. Open other doors of knowledge, of information. Good job, Bulgarians. Good job. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.